Hi, I'm Maggie.
I am great.
Hey guys, welcome back to a very bookish podcast. Today is episode 68. We are on the road to 70 episodes and then on the road to 100 episodes. I think we could get 100 by the end of the year, right?
I
Yeah,
hope so. We're only halfway through the year.
yeah. We got like 32 left. I mean, 31 after this episode. 31 episodes. Oh, fuck. I don't like that. That's a little suspicious. Grace and I have been
Why
talking
is
for
it
a while.
suspicious? Why is it suspicious?
It's suspicious because of how quick the time flies. Like it's so suspicious.
That's true.
We're almost in June. Like next week is
We're...
June. Fuck me.
Yep.
I don't like that. I start my new job in like 2 weeks. I'm scared. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today we are going to be talking about kind of the culture of buying books and kind of the effects that of that TikToks or we were just making book hauls and just buying and buying books, especially in the YA phase, and kind of the repercussions of getting those books, trying to sell those books now because we took some hits financially. I mean, I know Grace, you have had a hard time selling your books at least.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so like, what are you talking about? Like repercussions? It's like basically we're during our YA phase, we were literally trying to get any book under the sun that popped up on Book Talk in that early phase. And we have read some of them, not all of them. And now we have like these piles of YA books that just don't interest us anymore. We've never read them and we're trying to sell them, or we have no interest to reread them. And we're trying to sell them, or yeah, we're trying to sell them because we're trying to get some of that money back to buy the books that we actually want to read now. Because most of us now, we're in our romance phase. Some of us are in our dark romance phase. Some of us are in contemporary romance. Some of us are in monster romance. But we're just not reading YA the way that we used to.
And with
And maybe
Kindle
some people are
Unlimited,
circling. Yeah,
with Kindle
Kindle Unlimited
Unlimited,
is there.
it really, I think, with Kindle Unlimited and like Audible, like the Plus membership, I think that idea of like buying and having to have the book physically now is kind of, I mean, for me, it's still fun to like go to a bookstore and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm literally going to talk about books that I bought while I was here in Kansas City. So I literally do not harp on people buying books. Like, I don't care about that. But at least like when we were in our YA phase, looking back now, when I was like reading YA, I was looking for romance. And I think I've talked about this before with you of like when I was reading YA, I was always reading it for the romance between two characters. And I think that's when smut talk and like the romance book talk really um kind of
Yeah.
skyrocketed. At least romance didn't skyrocket in popularity, but it just was brought on to book talk. That's when like I finally realized like, oh, I've been reading all of these books for these little moments
For
and like
romance.
for romance, and the fact that now I can just read romance books that has other subplots, I much prefer that. And so I did have a lot of YA fantasy books that I like bought because book talk, and I bought them because like I wanted to do like these amazing hauls and stuff, and I a lot of my like page, I had those like I had like book hauls that were getting like 50K plus views. And as like at the time when I was like less than 20K followers, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. And so it's like it's that double-edged sword of like feeding that like addiction of seeing those views and people being like,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, you're so lucky" and stuff. And then like having them on your shelves and never getting to read them. And it
Mm.
just
What's a book that you bought that you were so excited to buy, but you never read it?
Oh, God, there's so many. I think the
If you can't name a few, let me look at my show
A
so I
Daughter
can
of
figure it
Smoke and Bone, that series. I got like the like new covers, and they were like the black covers with the neon, and I literally bought, because I had my Barnes Noble discount at that time, and I bought the all three books, and I never read a single one. Um, I would say the Graceling series. I bought all the new covers, and I didn't read a single one.
out. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. Um, there was one series that I bought
Oh,
that I read the first book, and I wanted to read the
okay.
rest, but then I never did. What series?
The Renegades,
You bought those from Pauline,
Supernova.
didn't you?
I bought the first one. Yeah. And no, Kate actually bought me one of them.
Mhm.
No, Lauren bought me one of them for Christmas. And then I bought one, and then I bought the other one from Pauline. Hmm. That's the one that I was really excited to read. Um, what is it? We Hunt the Flame sequel.
Oh, We Free the Stars. I wanted to read that
We
so
Free the
bad.
Stars.
I have that still because I still want to read it
I still want to read it too.
because I loved that
Also,
first book. That first book was really good.
also the rest of the Curse Breaker series, which is like a Curse So Dark and Lonely, the rest of the series and that one. Really wanted to read the second two books. Never got to it.
I
Yep.
think what the problem was is we would buy all of these books, and because we are content creators, we were always having to keep up with the trend of like reading the next hot series. So we'd get into a series, but then we would only read the first book and then move on to like the next series so that we could keep up with the popular trends. And then now I literally just read whatever book I want to. I'm definitely a mood reader now, where I read whatever book I want to.
Yeah. Or not read that too.
Yeah. Oh
Because
yeah,
like
there's
there were so many books that I was so excited to read. And it's this thing of like when you start off a book and it's in a series, you are excited to continue it. So and that's like, the hard thing about like finding a series early on. Like yes, you're one of the first fans, you get to see all the anticipation, you get to see the author like working to finish the series, but it takes forever to get there. And in the meantime, your enthusiasm wanes and you just lose interest in the series. For example, a prime example is
from Blood and Ash.
I was talking about that. Me
Because
and
we
you.
literally were like literally Unimind. I literally like that's what I think about is like, and I know
We were
authors talk
so
about this.
excited for it. We were so
So
excited
excited.
for it.
And
Dude,
I think
like literally with that series. Cause like we just gotta take a second for that. How it just like bit us in the ass. Well, me specifically, because like I read that series, right? I got that book maybe February, not even like November or something like that. I could look back on my Instagram page, but
oh
I
yeah, you
was
got it.
reading it.
You read the first book before me you read it in like August, September, the first book from Blood and Ash. Because I got it after and I was texting you so much about it. And then we got the second
Hmm.
book and read it in November when you got the audiobook.
Yeah, I I received the book like in summer. I didn't read it until a while ago. But like, when I did finally read it, I read it. I absolutely loved the first one because it was something I hadn't really touched on in a while, like that vampires
The
mixing in with the
adult
fantasy.
fantasy romance.
It was like hitting something that like I didn't know I needed. And I fell in love with it. It would definitely satisfied like my Twilight inner child self, right? That
Hmm.
needed fantasy in it. And I was obsessed with it. I was so obsessed with it that the moment that I finished it, I ended up messaging Maggie about it. And I was just like, you have to read this book. And she did. She ended up buying both of them. And I made her wait for the second book to come out, which was like that November. And we got the audio books for it. We listened to it, read it. We were so into the series. I was shoving that series down anyone's throat who would listen to me. And I loved it so much. I was excited about where it was going. I was excited about like there being like 6 books, about there being like a spin-off series and a prequel series. I was just like, oh my gosh, there's so much in this world that we're gonna get to. And then we read the third book, which I enjoyed their relationship because they got to date and they got to know each other a little bit down. It's slowing down in their relationship a little bit. The storyline itself didn't provide much for me, but I liked it for like the relationship. And that was cool. Then ask me, have I read the fourth book? Have I read the fourth book?
No, you
No.
haven't. We haven't even read the
No.
prequel.
Nope. I haven't even read the prequel. And did I order them? Did I pre-order them? Hell yes, I did. Did I
And like,
buy all 3 editions of the special edition books from different book subscription box of this series? Hell yes, I did. Hell yes, I did.
and I
I
kind of
fucking
okay.
hate that series now.
So fun fact. So like, you know how you talk, I think this is kind of also what kind of I think was the downfall of Crescent City 2 and like the hype over Crescent City 2 is that the fact that I know authors, it takes a while to write a book. I recognize that, especially like when Crescent City 2 is 800 pages. Like I understand that and stuff, and just authors in general, but when you have like a book series that currently is so popular at the moment, and then you put another book out that is either from a previous series or is a whole new series, readers lose that momentum of like, oh, so now I have to wait another year or not 6 months to a year, and like I understand that it's like a hard thing for our authors to pump out that. Oh, excuse me, pump out that many books. Like I know that, but at least like authors like Anna Huang, where she's literally just doing the Twisted series. Lauren Asher just is doing the Dreamland series at this moment. So you kind of keep that momentum of not saturating your readers too much with different forms of content. And like, I've had Crescent City too, because I pre ordered it so long ago.
Haven't read it.
And
Haven't read it.
I'm honestly thinking about like just getting it on like e-library through my library and then like getting rid of that copy. Cuz I'm just like I don't really care to
I
read about it.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's maybe because we're not in a fantasy phase. Maybe that might be it.
Also
But
like
it's
800
just
pages?
that's
Like
too much.
that's like 3 of my books I read
200
now.
200 is like pushing it right now. And that's the thing too. Is like back when I was a little bit younger, meaning like a couple years ago, I was like 800 pages, please. Give
2020, I
me
could do it 800 pages.
give me 600-700 pages plus, and that's my sweet spot. Short books did not do it for me. Now, I'd be happy if I find a book that is like maybe like 180, 200 pages. I'd be glad because it's just like I can't. That's not it. That's not
And
it.
standalone books are really hitting good now. Like standalone
Standalone
books and
did it
series,
good.
so good. And I think for romance series, that's like the like butter on top of the toast is like that standalone series. But I just, and that's why, like, so
Or
for me,
or or if it's in a series, it's a quick. It's like one book after another. It's like they're all out. So you could
yeah,
read them back to back. Like for example, with like the West Hotel series, the Wolf Hotel
hmm,
series by K.A.
K.A.
Tucker.
Tucker. Yeah.
That's a 4 book series. They're they have audiobooks for it, which I did listen to on like not Audible, but another audiobook site. I devoured that series.
You loved that
In
series.
I I shoved that series down. Anybody who
You
listened.
like,
I mean, I man, that book that series was so good. And it was so fast and so concise. And it hit every single book. And like I'm talking about like every time the book ended, I was on to the next one. And I was doing it so fast that it satisfied the need. It probably all in all was about 800 pages. That
Mhm.
whole storyline. 4 books, but it didn't feel like that because they were moving quickly.
They were
They
so
were a
short,
good
small
pace.
books.
They were short, small books. They were the same storyline. Like it was like ended book one ended in one scene, you know. Book two picked up 2 minutes after book one ended.
That's literally how I felt about the Mindfuck series by S.T. Abbey, where it's literally 5 books and it's like 600 pages with the paperback and stuff. But I could read like a book a day. And so you finish the story, and at least you're like, in your mind, you're like, okay, I finished 1 book today. I can start the next one tomorrow. And it's like, you have it. I think there's a difference with like having the book with you and like, or the access to the book, the next book, and you're like, okay, I can read this now. Where it's like that constant of like, you're able to have it now, which keeps, because you and I feel like we have very short attention spans when it comes to book. And a book really, at least a
Yeah.
series, really needs to like catch us. And like, it's different for all readers. But at least for us in our experience, a book really needs to grab our attention and keep us entertained and be that quick paced book, I feel like.
It really does need to because if it doesn't, it's just like look. Do I don't want to. Should I?
Uh, do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So, no, I don't want to. Never mind.
Oh,
Never mind.
wait, is it okay? Yeah, no, not about that. No, not about that. Not about that.
I won't.
Not
I
about that.
won't. But this I will say. This I will say. There are some books out there that majority of people are obsessed with and love, and me, I like it. Did it take me months to finish? Yeah. And maybe that might be because there was a reading slump,
Me with
or
Colleen Hoover.
maybe because that book caused the reading slump, but it's literally it's just like, like with certain books, it's like we didn't need that scene. You could have taken that scene out. That scene did
Mm-hmm.
not provide any emotional connection. It did
Mm-hmm.
not provide any factual storyline plot. It did not provide anything that is going to be recalled on later, any type of foreshadowing. It was not vital. Take that piece out. Release it as a extended deleted scene, um, to your newsletter subscribers or whatever. But certain scenes you could take out, and a lot of these books that are like pushing, these big, books could be short, good stories that satisfy the serotonin levels that we need while not feeling like a story was lacking. If you just take out those scenes, like taking out those scenes does not mean that we're losing something as readers. But adding so many scenes is just like, babe, I don't need all of that. I'm taking forever to get to this book because you're not giving what I need. And
Yeah.
it's just like, there's just so many books like that right now. And it's so hard to
And
like
that's
find
okay.
something. It's okay. It is. But also like some people be shoving certain series down
Okay,
your throat. And it's
what
just
I
like,
hate is people who are like, I hate that Book Talk was wrong about this book and that I hated this book and stuff. And
and it's not that. It's not
I'm
that.
like,
It's just
and
like,
I'm just like, you just didn't like the book. Like a lot of people like books. Like a lot of people love Colleen Hoover's Verity book. I DNF'd that book. I literally got so
I didn't read
bored.
it.
Like I got bored of it. I want to go back and finish it because like I've heard a lot of things and I kind of got spoiled for it. So I'm like, okay, great. I don't have to worry about like reading it to know what happens next. I kind of just want to like pressure myself to finish it kind of thing. Um But yeah, that like there's also like this like I don't know. When it comes to like people like I guess you can. I'm not going to say that you can't like say like oh I didn't like a book. And I guess a lot of people are like, "Oh, I can't believe Book Talk made me think I would like this book," as like an attention grabber of like getting people
Yeah,
to watch your video and stuff. It makes your video fun. And I get that. I mean,
yeah,
no hate, I
but
watch those videos because I like to see what people don't like.
yeah. So
But
with that, it's just like I think the best way for you to realize is follow creators based on what books that they like the, that trend that is just like if you have read any of these, you and I are you're my type of people. If you've
yeah.
read any of these, you're my type of people. Follow me so we can become friends. Like there's like a sound like that or something, right?
Mhm.
Look for creators that are reading the types of books that you like, that you enjoy. Also, like your For You page is totally customizable to what you want to see, even though TikTok right now is shit because they're like new updates with like the whole
Dude,
Friends tab and the For You tab plus the following.
dude,
I'm
I literally
seeing
have
the
not been on
same
my Book Talk account in like a
videos,
week.
bro. I'm seeing the same videos like I'll be on my friends page because I'm like, I want to see what my friends are up to. Maybe I haven't seen them. I'm seeing like a flood of like 5, 6 accounts who I don't really interact with, but I am following them because they're cool and I like them. But it's just like I'm only seeing their videos. And then I go over to my For You page and those same videos will pop up. And then I go over to my For You page and those same videos will pop up, which is great for like interactions and stuff, but you're not getting the same number of view for me like 3 times. That's a whole nother thing. But back to what I was saying. Your For You page is customizable to what you want, right? So if you're following creators who like certain books that you like, then follow them. And if they recommend something that and you like everything else that they have read and everything else that they have recommended,
You're
then
more likely
safe
to
to
like
say that
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 book.
one is, yeah, safe to say that you're going to like that one. Don't listen to all of Book Talk because all of Book Talk is not acquired your taste.
I
it's
mean,
not it's not the same thing.
no
For
hate to Eamon at the
example,
moment. Eamon's pushing a
oh,
book right now, and I was like, Eamon, sweetie, I'm not gonna read that book. I was like, Eamon's probably gonna text me. She's gonna be like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? But I was
what
just
am I going
like,
to tell
I was like, I really don't want to read this book. I was like, the cover does not interest me. Like, and I recognize I love Eamon. Eamon's like my side hoe. She's my like woman. She's like, I love you, Eamon.
I like
Okay,
that
no
you said that she's
disrespect.
your side hoe.
Because you're my main
Because we
hoe.
all, yeah, we all know that. We all know that I'm the main hoe.
Um,
Let's keep that straight.
but but it's like I saw that book and I was like, oh, I'm really interested, and then I just kept seeing it everywhere, and so I was just kind of like,
Is it
I don't want to read it.
the
It's like the
Olivia
one
Blake
set in
one?
yeah, I think so, and it's like the gray cover one where there's
Yeah.
it's literally like
Nothing.
nothing. It's blank and just
Yeah.
text. I was
I'm
like,
just like,
it doesn't
yeah.
spark like that. Like I literally have
Mm. Wicked Beauty. Beautiful cover.
this.
Hmm.
This sparks
Yeah.
interest. For all of our audio listeners, I have Wicked Beauty by Katie Robert. It's part of book 3 in her Dark Olympus series. She actually talks about this in our October episode. But it literally has in the cover artwork. And I literally saw her video about this and she's like, I didn't know that was in there. And she goes and opens it and it sees it. And I was like, I like the series. I want that. I'm gonna go get it. I
Hmm.
got it. And I love this cover. And this series is also really good. And this is a menage. So,
Hmm.
but anyways, going back to selling books. This
Oh
is
yeah,
why
that's what we
I
were supposed to be
love.
talking about.
Yeah, we really went off topic.
Mhm.
I really love. Sorry, I'm gonna move because I'm in my wicker chair. Um, Half price books is where I sold all of my books. Um, because I
But did
literally,
you go in person to sell it?
yeah, I literally just dropped it off
Darn.
and Yeah,
I
that's the
don't
thing is
have.
I went in person and I dropped it off. I just sat and waited for them to call my name and they were like, "Okay, here's $40. Here's $50." And I'm like, "Great." Because I was literally like, I don't want to ship these out to people. And that's why I brought them down to Kansas City because I was like, I just want to get rid of them. Like I just want to get rid of them. And I kept YA books. I kept some at home. I kept like We Hunt the Flame, and I kept like all my special editions. I kept all of those. But I just like wanted to get them off my hands because they were taking up 4 or 5 shelves, and I was just like, I can't. I don't want this. I'm moving into a new apartment. I can't. I can't keep these books that I'm not going to ever read anymore. But
Hmm.
that's not to say I didn't go out and buy books because we know I have something. I don't have it. They want me to get diagnosed, but the thing I have, apparently a lot of these people have shopping addictions and like to get and like shopping helps boost their serotonin levels. And I was like,
It does.
wow, I wonder that sounds exactly. But anyways, I'm still in my group chat with my old Barnes and Noble coworkers, and the love hypothesis and how it's a Kylo Ren fan fiction, a Reylo fan fiction.
There's like, yeah, there's a bunch.
I found
Yeah,
another
I
one
heard that that one is.
by Berkeley as well. I swear to God, Berkeley is like Reylo,
Birthday be coming through.
and it's like this like go hex yourself witchy. Um, I don't think it's actually like witchy. Well, I mean he's holding fire, so I don't know if it is. Um, well, oh, there is spellcraft in this, so it's a little witchy. But I got this as well because look at this cover. She's cute. Berkeley has some really cute covers, I will say.
They do.
That's why I really like them because they have really cute covers. But I'm excited to read this, even though it's almost 400 pages.
It's not that bad.
I kind of want to bring it with me on vacation this weekend. But yeah, I mean, like, and I brought all of these books with me to read. Guess how many of them I've actually read?
None.
False. I've read two.
Oh, oh, okay.
And both of them, actually, I think I lied. I think I've only read one. I've only read one. I have a second one that I need to finish. But that one's actually really cute. It's from Entangled, and it's talk flirty to me, and it's two people narrating a spicy romance audiobook together, and their exes. Second chance romance.
I like second chance romances. They've been hitting pretty. They've been piquing interest. I can't say they've been hitting because I haven't really read them,
Mm-hmm.
but they've been piquing interest.
Also, while we're talking, you know how I really had my lip gloss obsession phase, where I was literally like going through one lip gloss an episode. Do you remember that? I got the Fenty Beauty Heat, their new like lip plumping because we all know my lips are like non-existent.
You got white people lips. It's
I got
okay.
white people lips. So I need that plumping. This shit is so good. This shit is so good. I mean, not even for like my lips look better. I just like the feel of it. I did not realize how
You
good
like the
Fenty
burn?
Beauty.
You know,
Yeah.
no, no, never mind.
Say it. Say it.
No.
But
Okay.
anyways,
So
hold on before we say it. And then I matched it with the Bridgerton lip gloss from Pat McGrath. Everybody needs to try this combination. I love it. Bomb.com. Also, Fenty Beauty. I got the red lipstick for work. The red lipstick is like amazing. Okay, sorry. Continue.
um a little tip. If you really want your guy to feel a little something different when you get that, like, just a little something to remind him of you, is to put a little bit of lip plumper before you guys are gonna kiss. A little bit, not enough to like burn him, but
Hmm.
just enough to give him that little like, ooh, that was
I mean,
something.
this one doesn't burn.
That's just
Like it,
a thing.
this one I would probably kiss somebody with
It
because it's
has
not.
it has a
It
little
has a
buzz
kick.
though.
It has
Yeah.
a buzz, but it's not
It's not
like
really a burn, but that's kind
yeah.
of yeah, you know. But I'm just saying, just try it out. Let me know. Let me know. Anyways,
Who am I going to be
back to
kissing?
books. Oh, well, fingers crossed. Okay. Anyways, back to the book buying and stuff like that and selling. Um, recently I have opened up a Pongo. I think it's Pongo books, whatever it's called. To try and sell some of my old YA fantasy books. I also have a Depop. Bro, so hard to try and sell on them because nobody really wants to buy them, but it is what it is. And it's because I just want to clear my shelf and then try and get money so I could buy the books that I actually want to read.
Hmm.
Have I read anything since finishing the fine print? No. And nothing has really called
I mean,
my
you finished
mind.
it like a day or two ago. So it wasn't that long ago that you actually
But I
finished it.
still haven't read anything in months,
That's
like two
true.
months. I haven't really read anything since April, May, nothing. So I need to get on something, and I feel like I need a really short, spicy, mm, a little kick. So I think my next book that I'm gonna reach for is M. Robinson's Second Chance Contract, which she sent it to me. If you don't know who M. Robinson is, you can follow her, look her up on TikTok. She has like a whole Second Chance series. Um, it's always like they were together, and then there's like a secret pregnancy, and then years later they end up crossing paths. And in this one, I think she has to work with him again, and after like you know raising their daughter
This.
or something like that.
Hmm.
And like he doesn't know that it's his daughter, of course, because that has to be the story.
Yeah.
And it's like an office romance. And there's another one that is like they were married and they never officially got divorced
Mm,
and they cross paths again. Honestly, the whole Second Chance series is interesting to me because like Second Chance, like I said, has been piquing my interest. So I think that that's going to be the next one that I read. Um and yeah, and then I also have a couple of arcs that I have to read. So I am excited for to read the arc for American Royalty, which I don't know if most of you guys have seen it or heard about it. But it's like that really gorgeous cover of like this black girl. She's like wearing a red dress and like she has a crown and there's like a prince behind her. Super gorgeous cover. I absolutely love it. So I was sent the arc for that through Avon Books. And then After Hours on Milagro Street, which is by Angelina M. Lopez. I really want to read that one, which is going to be really cool and really cute. I'm excited for that one. And this is like my whole Latinx book series that books that are like coming out that I'm really excited about. And you should be too, because if you're not excited about these Latinx romance books, you're anti Latinx. Okay. Just so you know. But the other one is the other one is a proposal that they can't refuse, which I'm getting through the Steambox Co. Um and yesterday they recently had like a whole event for the book that they did at a whiskey distillery. It's again, the title is A Proposal They Can't Refuse, which he is a whiskey distillery owner. And there is just it's like a fake dating type of romance. It's really cool. I'm really excited about it. And then of course, um by Priscilla Oliveras. I have been waiting for this book for so long, and it literally comes out in a week. It's called A West Side Love Story, and it's about two mariachi band members on opposing. It's a West Side story. West Side. Oh, it's a West Side love story. Okay, that's the title and whatnot. They are on two opposing mariachi um, teams or bands, or whatever you want to call it, and that one is going to be really exciting. I'm really excited for that one. I'm really excited for a proposal they can't refuse and After Hours on Milagro Street. So if you don't read those in these next 2 months, you're anti-Hispanic, anti-Latinx.
I think you're the ultimate anti Latinx because you haven't even read Ramon and Julieta yet.
Oh, because I'm waiting for the audiobook to be available. I'm on hold.
Okay, can I read it with you?
Yeah. I requested the audiobook on my the audiobook like a month ago, like 2 months ago
Really?
actually. And it's because like so many people have been requesting it. And so I'm just in line for it. But it's going to be available to me in like a couple of days.
Okay.
So I'm going to read that one too. I'm going to read a bunch because I'm tired of this reading slump. I'm over it. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving on.
I can't wait to get back onto my schedule. Because I like have a routine when I'm in Omaha. And I need that structure in my life. And so being at home and having such unstructured days, I really do not thrive well. Um, so I'm excited to get that back. Um, and I, I guess I already like notified, released what I'm doing. So I'm fun fact. This is new to Grace and new to all of our listeners. So I'm gonna be in. I mean, so I'm gonna be in grad school in the fall, and grad school is gonna fucking murder me. And I'm gonna probably like be so exhausted, and I'm gonna be studying so much because I literally am getting my master's degree in the fall, which is fucking weird to think about. Um, so I, in order to make me study and to make me like consistently study, I watch these like streams of people studying with like lo-fi music and like aesthetic and like the white noise and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that too. So I'm gonna like start like a Twitch stream of just like study music. Yeah, and just me studying. I mean, I'm not gonna show my face because like, I'm insecure like that. But I'm at least gonna like show me like studying and have like my like because I like talked with my therapist about like different ways that like ADHD people study and like the techniques and stuff of like doing like 30 minutes of studying, a 5 minute break, 5 to 10 minute break, and then 30 minutes again. So I'm gonna do like that kind of structured of like breaks and stuff. But yeah, I'm starting that, and I'm hoping that will like my creativity and like having that structure because I'm gonna do study/reading streams. So some of them I'll be studying in them, and then some of them I'll be reading. So but it's gonna be chill vibes. I'm gonna have my desk set up. I'm gonna have like fun lo-fi music and rain sounds or whatever sounds for that day. But yeah, I'm excited for that.
You should be.
Yeah. www.twitch.com/fictionalgal. Just promoting myself out there right now.
Okay.
I have one follower, and that's my sister.
I would say I follow you, but I don't use Twitch or watch.
Maybe you should just maybe you should just create a Twitch account just to follow me. I'm kidding. Or am I?
And that'll be it. But yeah, summer is coming and it is around the corner. Literally, my brother's last day of school is like next week, which is so crazy to me. Summer is here. Um, in personal life updates, I am gonna start working at a school again. I did not think that I wanted to. I was not expecting to, but here we are. School apparently won't let me go.
Just, I mean, I feel
I'm
that
done
too.
running. I'm done running. I'm done hiding from it. So yeah, I am gonna start working at a school again. And for that, I am going to be a little more
Conservative.
protective. Yeah, sure. We'll say that. About the things that I talk about on here. Or just create a whole new personality. I have not decided if I which one I want to do, but I'm just not gonna, I'm just gonna be more careful because
Not
I
talking
don't
about
want
the Gluck
students to
Gluck
find me.
3000.
I'm not. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. So, um,
I
yeah,
know I probably should too because I'm literally starting a new internship, and I'm just like,
yeah.
that's why
You
I
guys
have
don't.
like,
I don't know. We're gonna
that's
figure
why
it
my
out.
name is nowhere near my like bookstagram and stuff. Like that's why,
I did not do that.
yeah, I didn't put my last name. Y'all only know my first name.
Do y'all know my last name?
They do.
Yeah, you guys do. Oh well.
If you know my last name, don't say anything. But I mean, like people who I know
How do
who
they know my last name? Wait, hold on. Don't need an answer because then they're gonna go look for it. But yeah, we'll just see how that goes. Also, um, so I rewatched Bridgerton, and if you follow me on Instagram, you probably have been seeing that I
it
have
looks so
decided that I just
good.
want to like start drawing again, which I haven't been doing for the past couple of months. But here we are again, and I started doing like a comic strip of certain scenes in Bridgerton. I don't know how I'm going to release them. Maybe I'll do prints and sell them somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. It's not really part of like the shop. It's more just like a personal project. But
It
we'll
could
see
be.
if we add it to the shop. It could be.
It
We'll
is
see.
bookish, technically.
It is bookish, technically. Yeah. So
But
we'll
I want
see.
one. Okay, petition to put the comic, at least one of the comic strips or a couple comic strips on a blanket. Petition to put them on a blanket because I think some of
You
those
well, you
would
could
look
do that. You could do that. I'll
for
put it on
myself.
red double or red
Redbubble,
bubble. Yeah.
Red
And you
Double.
can order a blanket. Yeah. I'll
I
put
like
it
that.
on so that way you can order it as a blanket and then take it off. So that way you'll have a one of a kind.
I love that.
There you go. But yeah, I am starting to do that. My goal with this new animation style that I'm doing is that I would dream job, not dream job, dream thing would be to create graphic novels for certain books, romance books, because I feel like that would be cool to see. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem like a original idea, especially now that After came out with a graphic novel.
I
But
saw that
still,
and I was just like, not as good as Grace.
thanks. I know. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But if you do want to check them out, I'll put them on my Instagram stories and then I'll put them on my highlights. So then you guys can check it out and see if they're actually any good and tear me down if they're not. So that way I crash down to reality and go back to practicing again.
Go hype
But
Grace
yeah,
up.
that's all. That's all.
It's all of our life updates. Um, yeah, I'm still
Super
gonna be
short
buying
episode.
books. I mean, I'm still gonna be buying books. We know me. I literally have 5 books standing right here that I bought. I've limited myself to 5. That's good for me.
Mm-hmm.
5 in 2 weeks. That's perfect. I don't need to buy any other books. Um, but yeah, I mean, I brought all of these books with me behind me. So I think my mom thinks I bought all of these while I was here because she was like, "We need to talk about how many books you've bought." And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
I haven't even bought books in the past. I think the last time I bought a book was like, oh girl, like 4 or 5 months ago.
I've been really into rom-coms at the moment and like contemporary like books.
I am trying to catch up on books that I haven't read that I have, but we'll see.
Mhm.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Also, since we are in May, that means we have 2 months until a polycon. So if you guys are going to a polycon, make sure you guys start saving up
Yes.
your money. Make sure you guys start planning out your outfits. Make sure you start drinking water so you make sure that that skin is glowing in pictures. And if you're not going to a polycon, that's sad. But I do have a deity ticket that I'm probably going to sell. So if you guys are interested in buying the deity ticket, message me on Instagram. Hit me up and
Yeah.
I'll probably sell it to you. So then we might see you there. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, if
But yeah,
you like literally, if you are at a polycon and you see us, I think it would be my
come
dream for
say
somebody.
hi.
Cause if
That would
somebody
be so
dude,
dope.
dude, if somebody came and said hi to us and they were like, I listened to you on the podcast, I think I would
I would
start
cry.
bawling my eyes out. I think we both would start
I would cry.
fucking bawling. Like, if you want to make us cry and like shit our eyes out, well, not shit our eyes out, like literally like bawl our eyes out. Like,
Or if you bring up if you're wearing like the shirts or like a tote bag,
dude, I just
I'll
realized like some people
die.
might be wearing those there.
Insane. I know Alexa and like the Smut Squad might. We'll see.
Maybe we need to bring some with us. Just
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
we'll see.
Anyways, if you guys haven't been able to buy the Brittle Ladies collection, it is still available on our Etsy, so it is available for purchase. If not, it's totally fine. We are going to be adding some new summer collection shirts that are going to be very, very cute and very bookish on our website within the next month ish. We're gonna start announcing it and start like posting about it. So keep an eye on those updates. And check out our Deepops, Pongo Books, Macari's to
Well, just
buy
gracious.
fantasy books because I'm trying to get rid of them. So I can make money to buy books that I actually want to read now. And that's all. Any other
Yeah.
updates?
No, we don't have a guest lined up for next week, so we'll see what next week's topic is.
You
This
know
was
what?
kind
Next
of
week we're gonna talk about. You know what? Next week we're gonna talk about. Next week we're gonna talk. We talk a lot about Marvel, and now it's time, for us to. We're gonna do a movie episode. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna do a movie episode. It might be a rom com episode because you do need to watch certain rom coms.
I will tell you, I did watch a friend's edit today, and it was
Oh boy.
the
Oh
Rachel and
yeah.
Ross.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was like,
We're
"Oh,
on a break.
I kind of just want to watch this episode." Like, what if I watch that
Honestly,
episode
that
with no
season,
context?
no, you can't do that. Don't do that because I'm gonna be pissed. Don't do that. You gotta watch. You gotta watch the development of that. Anyways, it might be a rom com episode. It might also be a superhero, uh, DC
We'll see what
movie
Grace
episode,
tries
but
to
it's a
get me to
movie
watch.
episode. We'll see what I can get her to watch. We'll see how that goes. But until next time, make sure you guys drink water. Make sure you guys wear your sunscreen and
Girl
have
boss
a
gatekeep gaslight.
filled. Yeah, there you go.
Smut filled
Bye, you
summer.
guys.
Smut summer. Bye guys.